What's up, friends? I'm Henry, that's Jason. Before we do anything fun on this show, very important, if you were to go buy a flight right now, you wouldn't just go to jetblue.com and buy the first flight you see. Agreed?
Agreed.
You would go to Google Flights, probably like a normal person, find the best flight, find the best time, and ultimately see what's going to save you the most money. Do the same stuff with your bets. If you're smart, you will download the BetStamp app right now. Use code FRIENDS when you do it and get all the best picks, all the best value for your picks. BetStamp app, code FRIENDS. Joe, I got a question for you. So, obviously one of the things you've become really well known for is Last Chance U. Right. And we had it on before. We were watching the pilot episode, and it was almost bone chilling, that hard open with you. And you talked about some of the regrets you had in your life, and I have so many questions about it, but can you just talk a little bit about that for our audience that may be new to hearing you, just where that all comes from?
I guess for those who don't know, I starred in the Netflix show Last Chance U, and that was a wonderful experience as well. Even though I was in the worst time of my life at that time and made a lot of mistakes as a youngin', especially having a lot of people in my corner telling me all the right things to do and me not listening, it's going one ear out the other. I messed up my career at that point. I got into some trouble, did some things that could mess up anyone's future. By the grace of God, I got blessed with a second chance. But I definitely had a lot of regrets in my early days of playing ball, for sure. And you could see it on the show. I'm getting my frustrations out. I'm a little angry or whatever, but yeah, for sure. I definitely had some situations where I had to sit down and think about what I wanted to do with my life, and if I wanted to go down the wrong path, it'd be dead and in jail. So I had to get my life together, for sure.
And the reason I bring that up is because, to look at the fact that you're playing pro ball now, that's what makes that story so awesome to me and so beautiful to me, that you did have those low moments. But the unique part about it to me is this crazy fact that, we have so many 18, 20, 21-year-old kids in this country who are going through a lot of rough stuff. And I'm sure you can relate, but only so many of them have a camera following them around 24/7. How crazy was that process to you? Because I'm sure at times it was frustrating. You wanted to just get that camera on my face, but maybe you embraced it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm actually no stranger to the camera. Like Coach Cole said, I've been rocking the gym since I was 8 years old, man. All the way from I was 17 to 17U. But having the camera around you and following you, you get used to it. It's definitely something that a regular person would definitely have to get used to. People are camera shy. It's a lot of things that go into that, and you're one of the biggest platforms in America. So there's a lot that goes into that, for sure. But if you just, like I said, if you just be yourself and stay true to yourself, it's all fine. It'll be easy, cakewalk.
Do you think any part of having a camera around you for that long of a time maybe made you better in a way as a player or a person?
Actually, in some cases, yeah. It pushed me to go to practice every day because it was noticeable if I wasn't going to be there. Stuff like that. But for the most part, you kind of forget that the camera's there because you also be doing what you love to do. I'm in there hooping, getting buckets, doing whatever I got to do to get on to the next level. And at that point, I was seeing the greater good. I was seeing things getting better. So the camera wasn't even in my mind or my thought process. Me getting on to the next level and me getting to school was my thought process, really.
So tell our viewers who might not know about you, right? I know this. Tell me where I make a mistake. DC Assault, playing on the circuit, Oak Hill Academy, right?
Right.
That has produced a bunch of NBA talent.
Mm-hmm.
Penn State.
Yeah.
Big time. Big Ten.
Yeah.
East LA College. Long Beach State. Pro. Now, if you could write it over, tell me what it would look like from Oak Hill. playing for Steve Smith?
If I could do it all over again, from Oak Hill, to be honest with you, I mean, and the dudes nowadays are so lucky to just go straight from high school and go to the G League, and go to the G League, because that would have been my first thing. But really, and for my situation and my path and what I went through, any changes that I would make was to tighten up at Penn State and to get everything I needed to do to stay there and finish my career there. So it wasn't no jumping from school to school hopping. Because ultimately, like I said before, it was my fault, and everything I did was what I did to get me in the position that I was in. So if I could do anything different, I would really tighten up and get my degree at Penn State University and go pro from there, for sure.
So one thing that stood out to me in the documentary was, and I don't know if Coach Mosley ever actually said this to you or not, but he talked about it in one of the interviews where when you first came on board, he was saying, you know, we won without you. Like, we don't need you. Did he ever actually say that to you? And if it did, I'm sure that had to have motivated you a lot.
Oh, yeah, no, Mosley's that kind of guy. Even when he doesn't mean something, like he's trying to teach you a lesson, like in a way, in a sense. And in that case, he was trying to teach me a lesson. He was trying to show me or tell me that my talents, so what? I'm good and I'm the best player on the court, but my talents don't exceed me being better than the next guy, or I have to do everything just like the next guy. I have to go to class. I have to go to practice every day. I have to work hard just as much as the next guy to get on that floor. So basically what he was telling me was that I'm no better than no one in the gym, in his vicinity, in his school, whatever. He can care less. Like, if I'm not going to do what I'm supposed to do, you can go. It's just that simple.
Tell me, who was the best coach for you?
This is hard because Mosley, I've had another Mosley in my life. My first AAU coach, Zachary, is DC Assault. He was another Coach Mosley, but on a different level, because he was almost like a father figure to me, like all of my life until I got an adult. Really, he actually passed away. He had some kidney cancer, some crazy stuff going on with him. But man, God rest his soul. He was a wonderful guy. He had multiple guys on his list. His roster is insane, from guys that he got to college and into the pros. I'm not gonna sit here and name the names, but he has done wonders for my life and has blessed me to put on the DC Assault uniform and so forth. So it's between him and Coach Mosley for sure.
Yeah, got it. Well said. One of the things I really admire about you, dude, is that there's a lot of people who have seen the lows of the lows and are afraid to talk about it. Not only did you open up about some of the low moments you had been to in the documentary, but you did it obviously with a camera in front of your face. Most people don't even talk about it. You did it with a camera following your whole life. Wow. What's your message to maybe some of those people right now in your shoes who are at what they seem to think is the lowest of the lows, and how there is a light at the end of the tunnel? Because I think you embody that.
Yeah, definitely. I live by that. That's my motto, man. Because I mean, I feel like what you put into your craft or whatever you're trying to get out of life is what you're going to get out of it. And as many times as you fall, you can fall 100,000 times. It don't matter how many times you fall, but it's once you get up that one time, and you keep working hard and you keep putting that same effort and energy into it, you'll succeed. It's always light at the end of the tunnel, man. No matter what situation you're in.
What was that feeling like when you signed the first pro contract?
Man, I was actually ecstatic. I was happy as hell. Excuse my French. I was really excited because I was sitting at home doing nothing, just working out, just staying ready, just waiting on the call. And once the call came, man, I was through the roof. I actually packed my bags and was ready to go.
I love that. And talk about that adjustment to Colombia. I got to imagine that's a fascinating place to play basketball. You probably see some crazy type of stuff.
Yeah, Colombia is definitely a lot different. I actually experienced a lot being out there as well. And one of the rivalries out there, I had got fouled out, and one of the fans had grabbed. You see, I have the ponytail on top of my head. One of the fans grabbed me and ragdolled me, like shook my head, like shook my ponytail out there because I was it was ridiculous. It was on video too. It was ridiculous. But it's definitely some adjusting to something you have to get used to. It's very cheap to live out there, so that's a plus. You can live on a good dollar especially from the U.S. The people are really, other than the first comment I said with my getting ragdolled with my head, the people are really, really nice. People are nice, genuine, like loving people. I had gained maybe like 20,000 followers since I was playing out there. Yeah, like their fans are ridiculous. They're really, really cool. The games were lit. There was like 3 different leagues out there, and there's like tiers, and there's some really good bump out there in Colombia. Like I said before in the beginning, like it really exceeded my expectations because I thought it was going to be some BS. I thought it was going to be some like little high school players, but
you finished up averaging 10 points a game out there.
Nah, I think I averaged close to 20. Like,
oh,
I think
okay.
it was like,
my bad.
Yeah. I was putting like.
I was about to say, yeah, that didn't seem like you.
No. I didn't have 10 points. No, that's rare.
So at what point do you think you were in the best shape of your career? Because I know at one point you got up to like 240, 250.
Yeah, I was like from the Netflix show when I was at ELAC, I was close to maybe 300. And then my first season at Long Beach, I started to chop it down. I had got to 260, and I had played that whole season. I did really well that season too, playing out of shape. But my senior year is really I felt like I was in the best shape of my life. Was like 225-ish, toned, lifting weights every day, getting weightlifting sessions in after the game, after home games and stuff. And I was really in the best shape of my life, like putting that. I'm sorry, excuse my French.
You're good, man.
Good, boy.
I'm dunking that mug, putting it on the ground. Yeah.
That's when you know you feeling bouncy. You know what time it is.
Yeah. That's when you know when you feeling bouncy. When you like, hold on, let me just see if I can. That's when you know.
Facts.
I love it.
Let me ask you, who's the best player that you played against in your career?
Good choice of words. You didn't say play with, so you say played against. The best player that I probably played against in my position that gave me some go is probably Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah. I played him at the Hoop Hall Classic when I was at DeMatha my sophomore year. I was playing at DeMatha Catholic High School, and we're playing against them at the Hoop Hall. And I think it was St. Joe's or something that he was playing with. I forgot the school that he was at.
Yeah, St. Joe's in New Jersey.
Yeah, he was playing there. Yeah, and I think it was his senior year. He was going to Kentucky. Yep, gave him the works. I had like 27. I think I remember it vividly, like 26 and 10. Got the MVP of the game too, and won the game. National television. This is on record. Yeah, you can go back to it.
Ooh, facts.
Yeah.
No lies. Cat.
No lies.
Cat. Nah, I'm just playing.
No lies.
So what's like a good 5-year plan right now? I don't mean to sound like an annoying like parent or anything, but where do you see yourself like in 5 years from now? Like still in Colombia, somewhere in South America, maybe overseas in Europe? Like what does it look like?
In 5 years from now, I'm actually my mind is all over the place right now. So really in 5 years, bro, ain't no telling where I would be. To be honest, I might be somewhere. I feel like I'll be somewhere in Europe or Turkey or somewhere. And I want to go to Australia. Really, I want to go out there and get some fun. But I see myself somewhere building a household name somewhere, like getting like staying like somewhere stationed, like building a nice household name building a nice little fan base. Yeah, I want to go somewhere where it ain't run down and I'm still fighting refs, begging for a call, and I'm not trying to deal with the Colombia stuff all over again. Get my hair ragged on. Man,
I appreciate the honesty. It's funny you say Turkey. When I played on my AAU team, and I'll tell you my NBA comparison in a little bit. Don't worry, I'll paint you a little picture of who I was as a player. But when I was in AAU, our coach always had us watch European leagues, especially the Turkish league. Now that's like, it's obviously not the NBA, but it's well above college. I'd say it's comparable to the G League, maybe even a little bit better. Is that like a league you think about?
Definitely. It's some good bump out there. I actually got a guy that was on my Long Beach State team, excuse me, that's out there, and man, he every other week he's telling me how like the games are like so close, the gyms are loud, the whole nine. Like it's some good bump, and guys take it really serious like that. Like different countries, it's different level of play. I mean, as you know. And like when I was in Colombia, like there were guys on my team that didn't put no hours into their craft. Like they just show up to the game, put on the uniform, and just expect to get in and just hoop type stuff. Like I want the workout, practice, the whole nine. I want to get my extras in, the 24-hour gym access. Like I need it all. I need the pregame workout before the game. Like I need it all. Plus the shoot around with the team. Like I need it all. I need the whole pro thing.
There you go. You want to be a pro. You want to live like a pro. 8 hours a day you got to spend on your craft if you want to be a pro.
Definitely. Easy.
So a little tradition we have on this show, Jason being one of the best trainers in the country, in my opinion.
I'm hearing. I done heard a lot.
Appreciate that.
It's traveling to Colombia. People know about you. But Jason, if you could break down his game maybe for an audience who's never seen this man play, describe his game and give him some comparisons.
Does he have to be a lefty?
No. Why, are you going to say Zach Randolph?
Nah, because that's
Zebo, that's my guy.
That's what I see.
Honestly, I said that at first, but Zebo didn't shoot it like that.
Nah.
You understand? And you can step out and shoot the ball. So if we talking about somebody that's shooting the ball, I don't know, because he play inside and out. Mm-hmm. We don't have many people that's doing both. You feel me? And rebounding. He don't stick to just staying on the outside. He square up, you know what I'm saying? Left, right, sweep throughs. He dunking the ball. He attacking the glass, and then he catch and shoot the three.
Yeah. You know where I see the power in your game? Who I see a comparison? I see a little bit of the same style as Kawhi.
Kawhi, very sound, very fundamentally sound. I like that.
Yeah.
Straight to it, a bucket.
Yeah, I like that. But if we're gonna go a little bit more modern, like for the youth, I would say I see myself in Julius Randle a lot.
Oh, that's a good comparison.
That is a good one.
I'm mad I didn't think about that. New York, wow. True story. That is, because Julius Randle can shoot a three.
Yeah.
Julius
Randle
He give you that mid-post work.
There you go.
But he can't go right. Julius Randle can't go right.
I can't go right. If we being honest.
Don't give it up.
Hey, if it ain't fixed, if it broke, don't fix it, man.
Because you go back to that left hand.
Especially if they can't stop it. Like
that's a
exactly.
fact.
Yeah. You gotta stop it before I start going right. Alright, you wanna hear my NBA comparison now?
You would have
First I wanna hear what you think. Tell me.
Just looking at me.
It's gonna be hard for me though, because I never seen y'all. You want me to say who your NBA comparison is?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you just saw me walking down the street, you'd be like, oh, he probably plays like.
Oh yeah, no, you probably heard her, the dude from Kings.
Ooh, that's a good one. Kevin Herter.
It's a good one.
Maryland.
It's just not what they say. Jason has said this. Many have said this about my game. They call me the Serge Ibaka of my generation.
I knew you wasn't gonna get that one.
Wait, so you're not a shooter?
I mean, Serge Ibaka can knock it down, bro. What you mean? Don't disrespect Serge like that.
He has a 30% clip from the corner.
He definitely not shooting that thing like that. That's hilarious.
So we love doing that, getting people's reaction from that. Dude, this has been so much fun. I absolutely loved every moment of this. In all seriousness, you're an inspiration to so many people. You probably don't realize it. Just even seeing bits and pieces in the documentary. To any viewers of ours who haven't seen it, 10 out of 10, go recommend. It's on Netflix.
The Last Chance You.
The Last Chance You. That is. Joe, thank you so much, man. This was absolutely awesome.
Appreciate you, baby. And when you on the East Coast, you make sure to pull up.
For sure. I gotta pull up and get the real experience, man. Get the real.
Yes, sir.
I'm a hooper. Go cop that blue chip. You heard?
Yeah, all the way. I'm a hooper, man. All the kids out there, all the youth, man. You tapped into the game of basketball. If you love the game, man, I'm a hooper. Gears up and loaded, ready to go, man. It's for y'all. It's all for y'all. It's for the youth, man. I'm only doing it for the youth.
Amazing, and we'll put that link straight to his Blue Chip site in the description of this YouTube video as well. Joe,
you're a friend of a friend.
You're the man. Thank you so much, bro.